next 75 laps. And also, as you're sending these drivers on their way, you can look down, you see the battle flags of each and every American Canadian Tour team. The regulars on the American Canadian Tour have the battle flags displayed on the front straightaway. You notice some of them have the little flags inside that have the ACT logo on them. Those are feature victory flags. There's a couple of them down there. Scott Payet's normally got a few, but apparently they left theirs back on the trailer. And little flag, little pennant-sized flag given away at the end of each race, or in the pit meeting and following each race to the driver. All right, how about a nice quick round of applause for the crew members? They make their way back down to pit road. They have done everything they can. Now it is in the hands of the drivers for the next 75 laps. They are going to decide who is going to lead the points at the conclusion of the first half of the season for the American Canadian Tour, because race number 5 ends the first half, and race number 6 will start the second half. That, of course, is in 2 weeks at the Star Speedway located in Epping, New Hampshire. Race number 6 on Saturday, June the 29th. Get my JU months messed up there a little bit. June, July, flip-flopped around. Ryan Kuhn, 72, looking for his first ACT win. He actually made his first ACT start here at Thompson Speedway. That was back in the conclusion of the 2016 season. Jimmy Hebert at car number 58, looking for ACT win number 4. Nope, ACT win number 5. He picked a pair up last year. Ryan Morgan at car number 31. Matt Lewinsky-Lowe in car number 17. Jimmy Hebert came in with a shot at the championship 1 year ago to the World Series, but was involved in a pretty brutal crash in qualifying. And, I mean, they, by the skin of their teeth, the Keith Clark-led team, got that car back together and on the racetrack to come out and contend. They'd still end up with third in the point standings. But really, the fact that they got the car back together after the crash in qualifying was a feat in and of itself. So, smart money may be on the 58 of Hebert. He's got a fast car each and every week, and right now he doesn't have too many cars to pass to get to the lead, because he is starting on the outside of the front row. But don't discount current point leader Rich DeBow in car 30, the number 3 point man of the 37, Scott Payet, and Dylan Payet. Car 7's been awfully hot as well. Chief starter Jason Lemoy is going to look him over as they come out of the 4th corner down to the stripe. Green flag is in the air, and we are underway here at the Thompson Speedway for 75 laps. And Ryan Kuhn pokes the nose ahead as they go through 1 and 2, and they're 3 wide, stacking up down the back straightaway. William Wall trying the same trick he used in the heat race to get going forward, and he's down around the inside. Ryan Morgan and Stephen Donahue hung up on the outside lane. They're 3 wide down to complete lap number 1. Ryan Kuhn will lead it in the 72. Everyone able to sort it out as they go 3 wide, now 2 wide down into turns 1 and 2. William Wall is going to the whip awfully early in this one. He wants the first ACT win of his career as he sides up right now side by side with Matthew Lewinsky-Lowe. And it's Ryan Kuhn in the 72 showing the way. Kuhn in the 72 on top. He's led the first 2 laps from the pole starting position. Jimmy Hebert tried it on the outside. Now he goes to work trying it on the inside. Nothing doing there for him as he'll settle down for second. As they work down the back straightaway here on lap number 2. William Wall on car number 4 able to get around the 17 of Matthew Lewinsky-Lowe. That's going to move him into the 3rd spot. Lewinsky-Lowe back to 4th. Ryan Morgan is 5th. 6th. Donahue 7th on the inside. It's Johnson in car number 15 also trying to march forward as well. The 64 Pelkey and Brian Kruzek down low in the 19, also trying to pick a couple off on the bottom of the racetrack. As we work the early stages of this one, Ryan Kuhn is saying see you later bye to the rest of the field. Got the Everett Auto Parts Chevrolet tuned up and rolling at the front of the pack. William Wall has broken away from Matt Lewinsky-Lowe in car number 17, who's now fell back into the clutches of the 31 of Ryan Morgan. Morgan down to the bottom of the racetrack into turn number 3. Able to inch his way up to the door as he wrestles around the bottom of the racetrack in car number 31, and that's going to give him the 4th position. The fruits of his labors are going to come through for a wicket. He'll move himself into 4th as Lewinsky-Lowe tries to hang on the outside. Stephen Donahue looks to follow through on the bottom in car 2, trying to move himself up into the top 5 early on in this one. 5 laps are complete so far. It's been all Ryan Kuhn in the 72. But the quick guys that are starting in the middle of the pack are beginning to motivate their way towards the front. Scott Payet, 37, is one of them. Number 3 in the standings in 2019. He's won the last 2 ACT championships, and he's trying to rebound after the team failed to qualify for the 2nd race of the season, which was held at Thunder Road, one of his home tracks. The Milton Lamont driver trying to manipulate his way up through the field, working inside of Jonathan Booth Brett. He's got point leader Rich DeVoe also backed up there with him in the middle of the pack in car number 30 as they let this thing sort out early on in this one. It is all Ryan Kuhn at the front. The 19, that's the Bobby Weber Jr. owned automobile driven by Brian Kruzak. Gets around the 64 of Pelkey. Now he's going after the number 15. That's Jake Johnson, winner. Oh, a bit of a dust-up that time in turns 1 and 2 for Jake Johnson in the 15 and the 17 of Matt Lewinsky low. And the 19 of Kruzak is going to close right in, and that's going to give him a spot as they work through the corner. Off of turn 4, battle for second. Stephen Donahue, car number 2 to the inside of Ryan Morgan, trying to move around the 31 car. Morgan in the 31, the second highest running regular from Thompson Speedway. Of course, the highest running regular from Thompson is currently sitting in the 3rd spot. That's William Wall in car number 4. He sits in 3rd. 4th to Morgan. 5th is Stephen Donahue as the 72 of Ryan Kuhn continues to show the way over Jimmy Hebert's car 58. Front 5 or 6 cars kind of beginning to work their way into their own area code. They get a little bit of distance between themselves. But from 7th on back, it is side by side, 2 by 2 throughout the field. Jake Johnson in the 15, Brian Kruzak 19 down low, then Matt Lewinsky low, getting it from Nick Johnson in car number 6. Pelkey to the outside of the 64, the 37, who's half the number of the 64. Scott Payne goes to work underneath him as they come down the front straightaway. Nope, my math was wrong. 37 times 2 is not 64, it's 74, but nobody needs to know that. The 07 Woody Petcat trying to come through as well. The 41, Jonathan Bouvret, bobbles off a turn 2 that time. Backs up a spot or 2. Luchaki in car number 03, trying to come around on the inside. It's point leader Rich DeVoe still bottled up deep in this one with the 55, a TC3. Tom Carey, the 3rd, right behind him. 12 laps are complete here in this one. 3 wide into turn 3. Woody Petcat feeling froggy on the bottom of the racetrack. Couldn't get anything going though, had to back off the gas. May actually now lose that spot to Buchaki in a 03 as he's going to work the outside lane around him off of turn 4. Rich DeVoe right behind him there, trying to get the Upper Valley equipment rental Toyota rolling. As Jake Johnson of the 15 goes back around the outside of Brian Kruzak in car number 19. 19 Kruzak gives up the spot, couldn't get himself into the 6th position, as the front 5 cars have walked away from that battle between the 15 and the 19. That's the battle for 6th spot. 5th spot goes to Stephen Donahue in car number 2. Ryan Morgan 31 is 4th. 3rd to William Wall in the 4. Jimmy Hebert's 58 is still 2nd, and Ryan Kuhn in the 72 is just playing hide the peanut at the front of the pack. Catch me if you can, he says. He drives away at the front of the pack. He's got it now to 7, 8, 9, 10 car length. Almost half a straightaway over Jimmy Hebert, who rides in 2nd. 3rd place, William Wall. As the field now beginning to sort out into single file, you got to look back outside of the top 10 now to find cars running side by side. Nope, never mind. Just as I say that, Jonathan Bouvret's 41, the Cadillac, goes down to the bottom. He goes to work on Matthew Lewinsky low in car number 17, where he started 4th on the grid. But that car is not handling to his liking at all, as he has been slipping back through the field. And Jonathan Bouvret is going to pull up to his inside and try to make his way by him as Lewinsky low works the outside groove. Woody Petcat 07 is right there as well, looking to go one more, and Rich DeVoe in the 30, also trying to pick the pace up a little bit in the point leader. Losing a little bit of ground right now to number 3 in the standings, Scott Paye, who runs 4 in front of him. And then right now, number 2 in the standings, Jimmy Hebert, currently rides in the runner-up position. William Wall 3rd. 4th is the 31 of Ryan Morgan. And again, they are all chasing Ryan Kuhn in car number 72, who's going to find his first car to go a lap down very shortly, closing in at a rapid clip right now on the 21 of Riley Lanfear. 19 laps are complete. 19 down. 56 laps to go. Ryan Kuhn looking for his first career ACT win. And right now he is setting a blistering pace. Of course, most of the races for the American and Canadian Tour, 150 laps, 100 laps, 125 laps. We got a 250 lap race coming up at White Mountain Motorsports Park in just a couple of weeks. Well, it's actually in the month of August, so it's about a month and a half away. But this one right now, 75 laps, lengthwise, mileage-wise, about the same distance. But, you know, laps-wise, it's only about half as much. So Ryan Kuhn maybe think, oh, look out, Lanfear around in car 21, right in between 1st and 2nd place. And the yellow flag comes out. First caution of the day here on lap number 20. So we're 20 laps into this one. And the caution flag will come out for the first time. 20 laps are complete. 55 laps remain here in this event, the final event of the night here at Thompson Speedway. The final event in the first half of the American Canadian Tours 2019 season. Lights are down on the Thompson Speedway pace car. It makes the hard left-hand turn into the infield at the end of the back straightaway. And now the field is in the hands of a couple of ACT regulars. Ryan Kuhn on the inside, 72. Jimmy Hebert, 58 on the outside. Down to the stripe. Green, the flag is out as they come down. Not even a fender. Lane separating first and second. And again, it's going to be Ryan Kuhn trying to wash up a little bit on Jimmy Hebert. He does so that time. Uses maybe a lane and a half extra. And he'll hold on to the lead as they go down the back straightaway. William Wall, though, is ready to capitalize on the inside groove. He's going for the runner-up spot. Hebert trying to hang it out to dry on the outside of car 58. He does so. Hangs on to second across the straight that time. His lap 21 is complete. Wall is third. Ryan Morgan digging hard on the outside groove in car 31. He wants to find his way to a podium position. As Johnson in the 15 now leapfrogs around the 2 of Stephen Donahue. That gets him back up into the top 5. And Donahue in the 2 is in a Johnson sandwich as Jake Johnson comes to work on the bottom of the racetrack in car number 6. Donahue on the outside. Losing spots now hand over fist as he sung out 3 wide up the outside. Look out! Nick Johnson in car number 6. Brian Kruzek in the 19. Everybody able to play a little bit of bumper tag and keep them headed in the right direction. They got the top 3, 2 of the top 3 in points right behind them. Scott Payes 37, Rich DeMose car number 30. And those 2 drivers are cautiously trying to work their way towards the front of the pack as Ryan Kuhn continues to show the way. Ryan Morgan, though, in the 31 was able to get around the outside of William Wall and move himself to 3rd. The 4 is back to 4th. And then Johnson in the 15 currently rides in 5th. 6th spot is Donahue. 7th spot is Johnson. Brian Kruzek way out of shape down the front straightaway in car 19 that time. I don't know how he was able to hang that car under control. As Johnson in the number 6, that's Nick Johnson in car 6, keeps getting looser and looser off of the corners, stacking that inside lane up as now Woody Pitcat's going to pull around on the outside. Scott Payne's going to try the flat off of turn number 4, trying anything he can to find his hole out of the box. He has been trapped in behind the 6 of Johnson and the 19 of Kruzek, and now Kruzek presses the issue off of turn number 2. Johnson to the outside, Payne 3 wide way to the outside, and Kruzek barrels it in on the bottom. Great racing right now in the middle of the pack, just outside of the top 10 for the American Canadian Tour point leaders. And Scott Payne kind of gets shuffled back. Rich DeMose, the point leader in the ACT, going to try to move up on the bottom of the racetrack as Johnson in the 6 tries to hold on to what he's got. He is under attack for Rich DeMose, car number 30. Nick Johnson in the 6. Definitely got a handful of race car right now as he is being pressured by the point leader, the 30 of Rich DeMose. The 19, Brian Kruzek, was just able to get by him. And now Kruzek going to work on the number 03. That is Derek Luchacki. Luchacki started way deep in the field in this one. He's found his way up into the top 10, trying to hold off the 19 of Kruzek. Then you got Johnson in the 6, DeBow 30, Payne 37. Jimmy Hebert right now, of the top 3 in the standings, having the best day, currently sitting in the runner-up spot to the 72 of Ryan Kuhn. Caution flag is out. We've got a car spun down in turn number 1. That is the 70 of Jason Larrabee Jr. So Larrabee will go around in the 70. That'll bring out the second caution of the day here on lap number 28. 28 laps have been complete. We're working our second caution of the, I guess it's evening. The sign would have been faded out, but it just doesn't.
2001 was the last time that they resurfaced Thompson, so we've had the same surface for the last 18 years, give or take a year.
All right, here we come out of 4. Green, a flag is out, and for the first time today on a start, Jimmy Hebert is hanging with the race leader. Hebert on the outside puts the fender ahead down the back straightaway. Ryan Kuhn digging for all he's got as they go down the back straightaway, trying to hang on to the race lead. But the veteran Jimmy Hebert on the outside of the 58 has it by a fender now into turn 4. Down to the stripe, lap number 28, no race leader, it's Jimmy Hebert in car 58. Hebert will lead now as we go into lap number 29. Ryan Kuhn now trying to hang on a second as the Thompson Speedway contingent begins to move forward. William Wall, like a shark smelling blood in the water, ready to pounce on the 72 for the number 2 position. Ryan Morgan's 31 is fourth on the inside, but he's getting pressured heavily now by Stephen Donahue in car number 2. Donahue's only ran that car once before, and he's doing a whale of a job on it right now, hanging it way out to dry down the backstretch on the outside. He's got fourth. And how about Derek Luchacki in car number 03? He's up almost challenging now for the 5th spot. Ryan Morgan in the 31 now in danger, slipping back out of the top 5 there. 3 wide behind him. What wild racing right now going on here as we're just closing in on the halfway spot. We are 7 laps away from halfway. They're 3 wide. Luchacki on the outside of the 03. The 15, Johnson. The 19, Kruzak. Battling right outside of the top 5 right now. That's 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Scott Payes up to 10th. The number 3 point man and defending series champion up into the top 10. Rich DeBow, current point leader, running right on his rear bumper as the number 2 point man in 2019. Jimmy Hebert shows the way at the front of the pack. Hebert able to pick up a pair of wins in 2018. Looking to score his first win of the season here in 2019 as he shows the way. 72, Ryan Kuhn runs right behind him. William Wall a couple of car lengths back in car number 4. Then it's about a handful of car lengths back to the 2 of Donahue. Ryan Morgan, 31.07. Pink Cat. Luchacki in car number 03. Johnson in the 15. Kruzak in the 19. And then Payes, 37. Jonathan Bouvret moving up on the outside as well in car 41, the Quebecer. Highest running driver in the Quebec contingent, Jonathan Bouvret, car number 41, the former Series ACT champion, the former State of Stash track champion in the ACT type late models. He moves up around the outside of the 9 of Nick Johnson. Right behind him is going to come point leader Rich DeVoe in car number 30. Then it's the number 4 point man, Dylan Payet, trying to go to work at the keyboard as well, trying to move himself up a couple of positions. Everybody, though, now, since lap number 31, has been chasing the 58 of Jimmy Hebert. Hebert took the lead lap 30, and he has been setting sail at the front, trying to open up the distance between himself and Ryan Kuhn. He pulled it out to 3 car lengths, and then Kuhn said, I think that's going to be just about far enough. And he's been able to stay at that 3 car length distance. Kuhn in the 72 also has a 3 car length advantage over the 4 of William Wall. They pulled out by about 6, maybe 8 car lengths over the 2 of Donahue. Ryan Morgan, 31, rounding out the top 5. The 07 Woody Pitcat. Luchacki in the 03. 19 Kruzak. Cross flags ready to fly. That means we're halfway home. 38 complete. 37 to go in this 75 lapper. And it's Jimmy Hebert at car number 58 showing the way at the front of the pack. Last time we were here at the Thompson Speedway, a Thompson regular was able to find his way into victory lane. And now the American Canadian Tour is trying to strike back as a regular. Right now, run 1 and 2. William Wall runs 3rd. Donahue is 4th, using a lot of racetrack that time from turns 3 and 4. Got a little bit loose in the center of the corner. The car washed way up, but he was able to keep the 2 car off the retaining wall. And that's going to keep him in that 4th, actually, running position. 31 Morgan, though, closed right back up. Donahue had a couple of car lengths. Now he's got nothing in hand of a lead over the car running right behind him, Ryan Morgan in the 31. Morgan tried to look to the inside that time off of turn number 4, but couldn't get the car rotating in the center of the corner to stay underneath the 2 of Donahue, so now he's going to run behind him. Donahue runs way up the racetrack, almost to the wall. Gets a little bit of a bump from behind there from Ryan Morgan that time, and Morgan's going to shoot down to the bottom in turn number 3. Morgan couldn't shoot the gap, though. Donahue's going to hang on to the 4th spot as they come off turn 4 and come back down the straightaway. But the 31 of Morgan will pull up even as they head down into 1 and 2. Morgan trying to move himself back into the 4th spot. Look at Brian Kruzak caught on the bottom underneath Woody Pitcat 07. And now he's going to switch to the outside lane as they come into lap traffic. There is some heavy battling going on from 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th as they cut around the 21 of Riley Lambert as they put her a lap down. It is still the 58 of Hebert showing the way. Now it's Morgan going back to work on the bottom for 4th. Donahue on the outside of the 2. They're 2 by 2 behind them as well. It's the 19 of Kruzak straightaway. Ryan Morgan knows he's heating up the tires, trying to run that car around the bottom of the racetrack. Not quite as much grip on the bottom. You really got to rotate the car on the inside, kick it a little bit sideways. And each time he does it, oh, here they come, 3 wide again over turn number 2. Kruzak in the 19 is on the march, looking for the 5th spot. Kruzak, 19, started deep in the field. He's up to 5th, trying to get around Ryan Morgan in the 31. Morgan held it that time at the line. 31 laps remain. And Brian Kruzak in car number 19 with 1 win already in 2019, looking for another one as he tries to slice and dice his way out of traffic. Jason Larrabee Jr., car number 70, set to go a lap down in this pack of cars. And Kruzak finds plenty of daylight between himself and the 2 of Donahue. 58 Hebert continues to pace the field with 30 laps to go. Ryan Kuhn is not letting him get away easy though. He is not driving away in that battle for the top spot. He's put that 3 car lengths, and Ryan Kuhn is, oh, look out, Kruzak crossed up big time at turn 4. Look at the spot back to Donahue. Ryan Morgan comes through. Woody Pinkcat picks a spot up in the mix as well on the 07. But Brian Kruzak was able to not spin that race car out. Everybody here knew Brian Kruzak spun that race car out except Brian Kruzak, and he was able to straighten it back in the right direction and keep it going. Woody Pinkcat trying to rotate the bottom of the racetrack as well as Ryan Morgan washes up the racetrack a little bit. They're 3 wide again. That's the battle for 5th. The gloves are off right now in the battle for 5th spot. The 19 of Kruzak. Sparks showing off that car as they go through turns 1 and 2. But he maintains the 5th spot on the outside. What a run on the high side of the racetrack for the number 19 of Brian Kruzak. Holds off the 31 of Morgan and the 07 of Woody Pinkcat. And now he's going to try to go back on the attack of Stephen Donahue for that 4th position. Donahue hanging on as he has been since the restart on lap number 28 to that 4th spot. Morgan tried him on the bottom. Kruzak in the 19 has tried him on the bottom a couple of times. Kruzak able to pull right up to the back bumper, but loses momentum mid-corner now. May have used the tires up, drive it up through the field. Kruzak started 10th on the field, slipped back a little bit as the outside lane didn't work very well at the initial start. And now as they come out of turn number 4 this time, it's going to be 25 laps. 25 laps remain for Jimmy Hebert. Whoa, look out, back straightaway. The number 9 of Matthew Kingsbury narrowly avoids the 55 of Tom Carey III. Oh, a little bit of damage. Next on the grid is the number 6. That's Nick Johnson. Then it's Dylan Paye, last year's Rookie of the Year and current 4th place point man. Chris Pelkey, 64. Matthew Kingsbury, 9. The 11 of Claude Leclerc. Matt Lewinsky-Lowe. Mike Benavides, Tom Rosati, and all the rest with 26 laps remaining. Green flag is out. Great battle into turns 1 and 2 that time. It's Hebert showing the way down the backstretch, able to clear the 72 of Kuhn as they go down the back straightaway. Kuhn gives him a little bit of a love tap as they head down the backstretch, but Hebert, oh, look out, William Ball going around mid-pack. Stephen Donahue slides up the racetrack to miss him. Looks like Matthew Lewinsky-Lowe pounded the outside retaining wall, and Chris Pelkey goes around as well. Speedway safety car. Hebert on the inside. 72 Ryan Kuhn. Stephen Donahue in car number 2. And the 19 of Brian Kruzak. Woody Pinkcat 07. And that's your top 5 cars, so 26 laps to go as we have been stuck on lap 49 for a couple of minutes. We'll try it again. Hebert on the bottom. Ryan Kuhn on the outside, picking the pace up off the 4th corner. Down to the stripe, green flag is in the air, and they're dead even across the stripe that time as they sail it down into turn number 1. Ryan Kuhn had the fender up. Can he make it stick? It'll be Hebert with a fender ahead down the back straightaway. Right back after it comes Ryan Kuhn, early race leader, trying to springboard himself back to the top spot. Hebert, though, not going to give it up. They come down. Lap 50, 25 to go. Ryan Kuhn, your leader. The Everett Auto Parts, car number 72 on the outside, has it in Brian Kruzak looking to punch a hole out of the box down the back straightaway. Jimmy Hebert, 58, stays pinned to the bottom of the racetrack. Couldn't make it work. Ryan Kuhn slipping up in turn 4. Hebert back Kuhn on the outside. 58 Hebert on the bottom. Heavy pressure to both cars from the 19, Brian Kruzek. Ryan Morgan breaks free of traffic in the 31. Johnson right behind him in the 15 as Donahue backs up. Back and forth they go for the race lead. Off of turn 4, down to the stripe this time again. Kuhn leads it. Advantage cannot be more than a couple of inches again now. Jimmy Hebert hanging with him on the bottom. He knows it's do or die time. He's got to make it work on the bottom of the racetrack. Brian Kuhn has the preferred lane. But Hebert right now with his foot in the carburetor trying to take the lead through the center of the corner. It's the 58 to Hebert. Back down to the stripe. They touch. They bounce off each other and Jimmy Hebert leads lap 53. Hebert put lap 53 in the bag and he'll pull away by a couple of car lengths. Kuhn now trying to hang on to second. The 19 Kruzek pulled to the bottom, but he bobbled big time off the second corner. That lets Ryan Kuhn hang on to the second position. Third to Kruzek. Ryan Morgan fourth, having his best run on the American Canadian Tour. 6 and 4. The number 15 of Johnson currently rounds out the top 5. 6th is Woody Pitkat. 7th to Stephen Donahue. 8th to Mouvret. 9th is Glue Jockey. And 10th is the 37 of Paye. Johnson in the 6th, and then the 30 of Rich DeBow, your top 12. That's your point leader. 20 laps to go for Jimmy Hebert, who will not be denied today. He made it work on the bottom of the racetrack, got back ahead of Ryan Kuhn. And look out, Johnson spinning. Stephen Donahue goes around. Johnson around in the 6th. Ryan Morgan backed into that as well. Caution flag is out. 15 Johnson. 55 Arkham.
We're having fun tonight watching these guys go at it. We'll be able to see it again in the second weekend in October.
I believe Brian Kruzek may have been watching that modified race, trying to learn some moves from the guys with the big wide tires to see if he can apply them to the late model.
So Mike Christopher Jr. might have taught him something.
Yeah, that might be what he did. All right, pace car has made its way back into the infield, and we're set to go. 20 laps remaining. Hebert on the bottom. Kuhn on the inside. Green flag is out. 20 laps to go. Jason Larrabee Jr. set to return from pit road. Stephen Donahue getting a shuffle. Look out, 3 wide off of turn number 2, and everybody makes it work. Scott Paye leapfrogs himself into 6th. 7th goes to Gluchaki, and now up to 8th is Rich DeBow, the point leader in car number 30, as he begins to dig his way out of the back. Wow, 19 laps to go, and they continue to race side by side for the lead. Hebert on the inside, Ryan Kuhn on the outside. Woody Pitkat around the outside of Brian Kruzek. He's got the 3rd spot headed to turn number 3. Back on the bottom comes Hebert. Down to the stripe. Lap 57 on the board. Ryan Kruzek will continue to lead. Kruzek on the outside. Kruzek trying to hang on to 4th as Ryan Kuhn runs in the number 2 spot. This time it's Hebert down the backstretch with the lead. But as the momentum carries down the back straightaway, the 72 of Kuhn goes back to the top spot. And here comes the Quebec contingent led by Jonathan Mouvret. He's headed way to the wall off turn number 4, closing in on that battle. The Dura King car 41 closing in. He's up to the number 5th spot, 6th to Paye. Jimmy Hebert across the stripe the last time was the race leader. This time they go 2 by 2 down the back straightaway. Hebert by a bumper cover into turn number 3 with the lead. Washes up a little bit off of turn number 4. Back down to the stripe. Lap number 59. Jimmy Hebert, your leader. Hebert and car number 58, the leader. Ryan Kuhn settles back down into 2nd spot. And it may come down to about a 5 lap to go restart is what the 72 of Ryan Kuhn is looking for to beat Jimmy Hebert. Because he can hold off Hebert for about 5 laps on that outside lane before the tires heat up. And then Hebert's able to drive away with it. The 07 of Woody Pitkat, no stranger to Thompson's up to 3rd. Kruzek's back to 4th. Side-by-side battle for 5th. Mouvret on the outside. Scott Paye, the defending champion, on the inside. Down the back straightaway. Buffretto's going to hold on to that spot. Gluchaki in car number 03, and then the 30 of Rich DeBow, the current point leader. 4th place point man Dylan Paye. Last year's Rookie of the Year has also climbed his way up into the top 10. So these drivers were just kind of playing a little bit of cat and mouse with each other, letting everything filter around, and now they've found their way up into the top 10 as Stephen Donahue has spark showing off car number 2 down the back straightaway. Mid-pack number 2, Stephen Donahue through the corners, the car beginning to bottom out. Tough break for him. He was running inside of the top 4 for a very long portion of this race. right front corner of that car is folded up. He's had some contact with a couple of people. We've got 13 laps to go in this one, and it's Jimmy Hebert driving away at the front. Only by about 2 car lengths, though. Ryan Kuhn stalking him, trying to stay with him. 5th place is now Scott Payet's 37. Payet's got an around move right in the 41 for 5th. Rich DeBow still going to work on the 0-3. Derek Luchacki having his first run of the American Canadian Tour and representing himself very well, holding off current point leader Rich DeBow. 0-3 on the outside, 30 on the inside, side-by-side battle. It's for 7th spot. Luchacki has it. Rich DeBow wants it around the bottom of the racetrack, hugging the newer asphalt. 11 laps remain. It's hard to believe that it's coming to an end here. We've got 10 to go. Lap. Oh, look out! Pelkey around on the front straightaway and deposited into the infield. Caution, a flag is out for Chris Pelkey, who goes around on the front straightaway. And we're going to have 11 laps to go. The Vermeer, number 64, goes around.
I think you're right, because Woody is a regular at Thompson, but not in that car. He drives a 91. Luchacki, that is the car that we always see him in. So Woody might be a regular, but he is not driving the Hartwell Motorsports number 91 tonight.
The one that Larry Gelinas used to drive?
Yes.
What's Lightning doing?
I haven't seen him. I guess he's still probably somewhere in some track in Maine doing some great things.
All right, I know exactly what car you're talking about, too. All right, lights are down on the Thompson Speedway safety car. 11 laps to go. 11 laps remain in the first half of the 2019 season for the American Canadian Tour. 11 laps remain in race number 5 here at Thompson Speedway.
I still insist on fucking starting on the inside.
Jimmy Hebert is on the inside at car 58. Ryan Kuhn is on the outside at car 72. Woody Pitkat 07 and the 19 of Brian Kruzak. Tightening up out of turn number 4. Hard on the accelerator, down to the stripe. Green flag is out. Jimmy Hebert had it by a fender at the line that time. Maybe enough down into turn number 1. No, it is not. Right. Oh, lots of sparks mid-pack. I believe that's Rosati in the wall. Yes, 16 main Tom Rosati, the 1979 Oxford 250 winner. Looks like the right front tire went down as he came down the front straightaway, and hard into the retaining wall he went in turn 1. Psych, just kidding on that restart. Tough break for Rosati, though. Back wall mass driver.
He came out of a lengthy retirement, as he was retired for about 20 years. He's decided
Ryan
to come
Kuhn
back.
on the outside. Woody Pitkat and Brian Kruzak. Scott Payet and Jonathan Bouvret, 41. Pace car is away. Pace is being picked up by the front row. Here they come out of 4. Down to the stripe. Green flag is out in the air again. Luchacki backed off in the 0-3. That gave Rich DeBow the hold down to the bottom. Off of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Ryan Kuhn has it out of the lead. Into turn number 3, he has it. And here comes Kruzak in the 19 on the outside, trying to stay with him. He cannot stay with him. Hebert on the bottom, back after it. Dead even across the strike. Too close for me to call with 10 laps to go. 10 to go, and I mean, it was not even a veil in separating those cars. Up down the back straightaway again, they go the 72. Ryan Kuhn pulls ahead by almost a full car length, but he overdrives into turn 3. Washes up in turn 4, and back comes Hebert on the bottom again. Again, very close, but that time it was Ryan Kuhn very clearly your leader. Kuhn on the outside, Hebert on the inside. Brian Kruzak, the 07 of Woody Pitkat, and Scott Payet is 5th. Jonathan Bouvret almost just met the wall coming into turn number 2 as Jimmy Hebert has sailed it back in his direction. Down the front straightaway. 8 laps to go. It's Hebert number 58 with the lead. Hebert 58. Brian Kruzak on the bottom of the 19, trying to sneak through. He's got the runner-up spot down the back straightaway. Woody Pitkat trying to bounce back into the top 3. Ryan Kuhn may have way overheated the tires in that 72 car on that last run, and now he's beginning to backslide through the field. Scott Payet's got the sight set. 7 laps remain here at Thompson. Woody Pitkat to third. 37, Scott Paye looking to go to fourth. Kuhn, though, fighting back on the outside as everybody chases the 58 of Jimmy Hebert. 6 remain. Hebert beginning to draw away. Brian Kruzek in second. Side-by-side battle for third. Give it to Woody Pitkat. Pitkat takes it over. Now here comes Paye to the bottom. Scott Paye wants fourth as he works his way down the back straightaway, but Ryan Kuhn's able to clear him. Kuhn clears the 37 of Scott Paye, holds on to that spot, but Paye comes back through the center of the corner on the bottom. Scott Paye, who has not been in the top 5 all afternoon now with 5 laps to go, senses it's time to go, and he's looking for fourth. Paye, who started back in 14th on the grid now, is finding his time to move. Everybody continuing to chase Jimmy Hebert. Kruzek in the 19. 7 Woody Pitkat. Ryan Kuhn on the outside, a little bit high that time into turns 1 and 2. Scott Paye is there. Paye couldn't make it work that time. It's going to be 3 to go. 3 laps remaining for Jimmy Hebert, looking for his first win of 2019, and he has got the top spot. Brian Kruzek 19 and Woody Pitkat 07. Got to give a call to Ryan Kuhn and Car 72 as he's holding up the best of the best. Scott Paye, last 2 ACT championships have gone to that team. And Ryan Kuhn is holding him off. 2 laps to go for Jimmy Hebert in Car 58. Two to go for the 58 of Hebert. Whoa, look out! Bumping and banging for the runner-up spot. Brian Kruzek tries to hang on. Woody Pitkat to the bottom. They bump and bang up a turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Everybody chasing Hebert. Bono's going to be for second. Ryan Kuhn poured back after it on the outside. Here they come. Out of turn 4. Kruzek gets the boot. Up the racetrack he goes. 37 Paye couldn't quite nab at the line. 58 Hebert wins the barn burner. Pitkat gets second, and Brian Kruzek lets him know he's not happy. Race is over, boys. Woo! What a way to end.
Morning, I'm feeling down. 'Cause all this life's such a drag. And I can help but stare at my cue. Think about what good times we had. 'Cause every day was a Saturday. 'Cause I ain't got a thing to do. Have a good time. That's right. Just won't have a good time all night. That's right. That's right. I got some cold shit on some ice. Ain't all the fellas coming. Gonna drink us some beer tonight. Try to find me a girl or two. I hope you find me a redhead. 'Cause I've never been a woman, but I bet it'd be a good time. That's right. Just won't have a good time.